to Geek Salad episode 174. We didn't start the Batdance!
Right, this is the Patusi.
Yeah. Get busted. So today we close out a chapter. This is the last musical year of the 80s that we're going to be discussing. A year that our good friend Steve at 8COD writes, looks like 1989 was a big year for pre-grunge. If I had a time machine, I'd go back to 89 and stop it before it happened.
Oh, Bo.
Also a year where Steve said, wait, Ace Frehley had a solo career? That can't be right.
I'm with Steve. That can't be right.
No, that's impossible.
Who didn't?
Ace Frehley.
Ace Frehley from Kiss.
Yeah, okay, that's not helping me much.
All right, the Star Child.
I was never... Okay.
Okay.
I was never...
Yeah, you knew that.
Yeah, well, I knew they were making.
It's not the cat. He's not he's not the Star Child. No. He was the alien. The Star Child was Paul Stanley.
Right.
Ace Frehley was the other guitar player. The crazy one.
And Peter Criss was the cat, right?
Yes.
The only reason I know Star Child is because there was some sci-fi movie starring Kiss.
Yes. Kiss and the Phantom of the Park or whatever.
Yeah, I saw...
With Paul Stanley's black stunt double.
I think I stumbled across it on Channel 56 long ago and then kept moving.
Yep.
But that was the part where I caught in. It was Star Child, and then the star comes out and goes like...
So, as is wont for our 80s discussions, we have a return episode of Chris's Cultural Corner.
KKK? That's not good.
Woo! Where Chris writes, it's time of a year again. The random.org's 5 songs from the Billboard Top 100 in no particular order. So hopefully these are all songs that that we will not be talking about when we discuss everything else. So, first up is number 62, I Don't Want Your Love by Duran Duran.
Really?
Yeah, this is one of those songs that like fans, serious fans will remember. I remember this song. I remember being kind of psyched for this song.
Well, you know what it was with Duran Duran? After Reflex, I just kind of blacked out, and then when in '93, what was the album they released in '93?
The Wedding Album.
The Wedding Album.
Yeah.
When that came out, that's
right.
the only time I remember.
This actually isn't a bad song when you go back and listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's another song on there called All She Wants Is that's actually a better song because they were in that area where they could really do no wrong, but they weren't going to chart well.
Oh, this. No.
This is after Andy and Roger Tellers
yes.
left the band.
Yeah.
Oddly, no relation. Chris writes, this was when Duran Duran was down to 3 members, and I really wasn't a fan of this song or their album overall. Big thing. Definitely wasn't as good as their early to mid-'80s stuff. Whatever, I still liked it. Alright, the second number is 67, which is I Miss You Like Crazy by Natalie Cole. Miss you like crazy. I miss you like crazy. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm drawing a blank.
Nope.
It's pretty much... We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of songs that are all going to sound alike and essentially are just one in the hive mind.
Yeah.
All right? This was apparently is no official video for the song. Yep, okay. Dig the song, though. All right, next up, number 55, Express Yourself from Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is an interesting song. It's a more interesting video than a song. I like watching the video. But the song...
I don't know. It's a catchy tune. I mean,
We'll be talking about it later.
We will definitely be talking about it later. I will say, just in terms of this song itself, I love the piano. That real jazzy piano. Yeah. Chris writes, a song from the summer of '89, in my opinion, as a fan of Top 40 radio back then, one of the best summers for pop music, at least for the '80s. I absolutely love this song and don't know why it wasn't higher on Billboard's Top 100 list, which we'll talk about. Since this song, it was everywhere that summer. Okay, next on random.org, number 85, which is I Remember Holding You by Boys Club.
I've never even heard of their band.
Head shaking here, Chris. This is one of those songs that you haven't heard since it was first released. Yeah. And you go, oh yeah, I remember that song. And then you say, it reminds me of a song you'd hear on the 80s soap opera. And then his final number is number 74, which is Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. And I'm sorry, Chris, this was released in 87.
That's right.
Charted in 88. It must have been a lingering thing on there, which is why it's so low on there. But I got to disqualify that one, Chris. So I'm not playing the song. But Chris does right. This is one of the best openings to a rock song ever. As always, I remember this song being what the Steiner Brothers used as their entrance music when they first debuted in the NWA.
Yeah, I've been
It
caught.
always comes back to Southern wrestling.
I've been caught on the. It was released in a different year, and then it went on the chart in '89. So I checked.
Yeah, and I saw what you did with your list. Everybody submitted their favorite songs to me. Katherine was the one who did the extra work, so I wouldn't have to research when it charted.
Well, it was in the list that I was on that day. Actually, told you the month and year, so I didn't have to do in the list where I was going. What songs came out? It was all the information was right there, and it was all part of a playlist that I could skip through and be like, nope, don't remember that one, don't care. Nope, yep, that's a good one. What year did that come out?
That's a good way of doing it. I actually just use Wikipedia, and I'm like looking at notable.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I saw. There was a page that was like U.S. and U.K. chart toppers, and it was just a 100-song playlist that you could just skip along.
Yeah,
it worked.
So as usual, we're going to be covering the Billboard Hot 100 #1 songs. However, for 1989, there, I think, are 3 songs that lasted more than 2 weeks of the charts, 1 song that lasted more than 3 weeks on the charts, and a whole bunch of 1-week songs. If I were to do if I were to do drops for each and every one of these, the part 1 of this show would go 3 hours. We don't want to do that because your commute's really not that long, is it?
Yeah, no.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to list them out. If you got something to say, say it. All right? Starting with one week at number 1, Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison. We discussed this one last year because this closed out the year.
This closed out the year,
song.
Yeah, this is...
One of my favorite songs by Poison.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's such a prom song, though.
It is.
All right.
My everlasting impression of this song is that Dave Chappelle sketch.
Yep, I was thinking that one.
How do you know this song? I was raised in the suburbs.
Actually, it's funny because back on my Cape Cod days, Steve at 8 Cod and I were trying to write a sketch comedy show, and we actually had this character, which I believe was called Sad Nerd Girl.
You were writing something about me?
Yeah. She was inspired by this girl I saw on a on like some kind of like MTV or VH1 game show where they asked her what the most romantic line in a movie was, and she was like, "From The Empire Strikes Back, I love you, I know." And I'm like, oh my god, I could build a character out of this. And I told Steve about it. He was like, oh my god, what do you do? Well, she just is trying so hard to keep her nerd boyfriend that she keeps throwing ridiculous, out of context nerd lines out. And then when he finally leaves, she starts singing Every Rose Has Its Thorn. And then everybody that's involved with the sketch comes back in and all starts singing it. Lighters and all. All right.
I wouldn't go sketch comedy. I'd do that like a full series. She's just one of the side characters.
Yeah, no, that's a 5 minute every 5 weeks type of thing. All right, number 1 for 1 week at number 1, Bobby B. Prerogative.
Talked about this one last.
We talked about this the whole album last week. In fact, I dropped this song for that.
Yeah.
Again, you want to talk about isolated instruments that just sound awesome in a song? It's the saxophone in My Prerogative.
Oh, I love a good 80s sax.
This is like the start of the
Sexy sax, baby.
Yeah.
This is like the start of New Jack Swing, and it's like when it's still kind of good and not like doesn't have its head up its ass.
Yeah.
That's why their hair was always done on an angle because it fits up there a lot easier.
This song did have a good bass line though.
It did. All right, 2 weeks at number 1, Phil Collins, Two Hearts.
I don't know this song.
Oh, God.
I'm sure if I listened to it, I'd remember it.
Beating in just one mind. It's one of Phil Collins' doo-wop songs from
Still
Buster.
don't really care.
He did. This was like the follow-up to Groovy Kinda Love, which was also from Buster.
I vaguely remember that one, yeah.
Yeah. Beating is just one mind. Yeah.
I don't know it.
I like doo-wop.
I really think doo-wop's one of the worst forms of music in the history of rock and roll.
Well, I learned how to Lindy Hop, so anything I can Lindy Hop to, I'm happy.
There you go. But it's just like
if it's got an 8-count beat, like
this
Whale
song
in the
is
Wasp
just
by
like
Alice in Chains.
it's just one of these things where Phil thinks he's being clever. And it's just being, you know what? It's like it's like the Sopranos or the Corleones. They insist upon itself.
God damn it!
Yep. All right, number 1 for 1 week, Sheriff. When I'm with you,
I like
Fucking
this song.
sheriff.
baby. Oh God, I actually listened to the song this morning, and my wife looked up from her tea the same way that my cat does when I disturb them when they're sleeping.
I really like this song.
Oh God, this is dime a dozen top 40. Just get it out there and call yourself a one-hit wonder stuff.
I'm sorry. I didn't even... These are just words to me because I don't know who Sheriff is. I've never heard this. I can't remember this song.
These are a bunch of consonants and vowels that are all strung together in a way that sounds like words.
It may be because English is my second language. I don't know.
Oh God!
This one is just an 80s power ballad.
It is. It's exactly what it is. It was somebody's prom song.
But it's not quality 80s pop.
All I'm going to say...
I disagree.
All I'm going to say is that some teenage dirtbag got laid for the first time to this song.
Oh, yeah.
They needn't be a dirtbag. They may have been a very nice person.
Did you lose your virginity to this song?
I did not.
Mike? Okay, there we go. All right.
Mullets are flying, baby.
And I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Number 1 for 3 weeks.
Good song.
Yeah, actually, not a bad song. Paula Abdul, straight up.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I love this album, the entire Paula Abdul album,
Which came out the previous year.
which was on my list.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I will not deny that I will not deny nor confirm that I had a huge crush on Paula Abdul.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will admit I had a huge crush on Paula Abdul.
Well,
Not so much nowadays. Now she's
Nowadays
now
she's
she's
just
Looney
weird.
Tunes.
well, I always loved Joel McHale's impression of her during when she was doing American Idol, where he would just like have a bunch of pills and like they'd all miss her mouth as she's like trying to give advice.
You know, I don't know if you met the drama teacher after Mrs. Emerson.
No, I didn't.
He taught Paula Abdul before he came out to acting.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, he had some high school stories about her.
All right. Number 1 for 3 weeks. The woman that Steve writes as being the only woman I ever found moderately attractive in 80s shoulder pads, Debbie Gibson, and Lost in Your Eyes.
I vaguely remember
I
this
vaguely remember this song.
It's one of those slow, that's just like snoozy songs, isn't it?
The majority of this list, Mike, are slow, snoozy songs.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any memory of this one?
No, again, most of these songs I would have
Barely.
to listen to
Right.
them.
I know, I see the title, and it comes back to me. I don't remember if this was on the Electric Youth album that was being sold in tandem with that awful perfume that she had. Was that Kmart perfume?
Was this the one that she did in the mall?
No, that was Tiffany. Tiffany was the mall one.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I get those two confused.
With the offset nipple.
Well, if you saw them in
Yeah.
That's a callback.
What was it?
Alligator versus Snakes or some
Oh, yeah.
some sci-fi channel movie where Debbie Gibson and
Mecha
Tiffany go
Grizzly
at it.
Bear versus Carnotaur.
And you can tell they're different because Tiffany is pleasingly plump. She's not huge. She's pleasingly plump.
Yeah.
And
She's voluptuous.
and Debbie
Kirby.
Gibson. If you turn her sideways and she sticks her tongue out, she looks like a zipper.
Yeah, one was blonde, one was a redhead.
Tiffany
That's
was-
exactly
They're-
that. That's
they're-
their.
they're-
Tiffany's the redhead. And,
Yep.
And that's pretty much the only difference between the two, really.
All right. 1 week at number 1. Mike plus the Mechanics with the Living Years.
I know one of their songs, and this is not it.
This is the one you don't know?
This is the one you don't know? This is like one of their biggest hits?
This is
this
not their
Oh, yes, it
is.
this
Say it loud. Say it loud.
say it clear.
Really?
Oh, say it clear.
Yeah, okay.
I don't-
I didn't know.
can.
I don't know if this is the first pop song to like employ the choir to go along with it. That wasn't a Whitney Houston song.
It's funny because when I saw the list and I saw
I
the
don't
song on
think
the
so.
list, I've always thought this, for some reason, because Mike and the Mechanics was big in the early 80s.
They were in the mid '80s, so
Mid-80s, like
'86.
84.
All I Need Is a Miracle was
Right.
their big
That-
prior
yeah,
to
that's
this
the-
one.
that's the song I
but
know.
yeah, I'm with you. I thought this song came out in '86.
Right, I was like, 89, wow.
God damn it! I was a junior in high school when this song charted. All right, number 1 for 1 week. I'm shocked it was only 1 week. The Bangles' "Eternal Flame"
Another prom staple.
that we
Yeah.
talked about this album last
songs
year.
Yeah.
This song is what broke up the Bangles, though.
Yeah.
There is no disputing that.
They got away from being anything like a rock band,
Right,
and
because
this was the song that just started them on the downward track. To
they brought
go on.
strings into the arrangements, and it was all Susanna all the time.
Yeah.
All
Not a
right,
bad song, though.
Huh?
Not a bad song.
It's an okay song. I mean, it's a competent pop song
Yeah.
made
Yep.
by a band that put out better work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good torch song.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. 1 week at number 1, ABBA 2.0, otherwise known as Roxette with The Look.
I love Roxette.
Heavenly bound, 'cause heaven Madonna's got a number when she's spinning me around. Kissing is a color, a loving is a wild dog. She's got the look. 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 What in the world can make a brown-eyed girl turn blue? When everything I'll ever do, I do for you. And I go la 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 la. She's got the look.
I remember hearing them being interviewed on MTV when this song came out. They were learning English phonetically as it was happening.
As the interview was happening.
As the interview was happening, like, your English so difficult with the double O. I mean, honestly, this would be hilarious if it was the look, but there were the lines through the O's. The look. Tell me that's how it should have been.
Throw in a couple of umlauts, you'd be all set.
I think they had another song in here, which is
down at the bottom.
which is better.
I like them both, honestly.
Right.
Actually, there's a song of theirs that is not on this list that I love more than both of them.
Oh, there's one that came out the next year.
Yeah.
That's better. But I mean, the thing with this song is that this is your introduction to the band song because it was all about the look back in '89. Because
The look.
we're still wearing our pastel sport coats.
Speak for yourself, Kimosabi.
No, I wasn't.
I wasn't.
You guys went to high school with me. You know what I look like. My God, I'm amazed I didn't kick my own ass.
Nice mullet.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, one side was shaved. That was pretty awesome.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the.
We lived it.
Yeah. You only experienced it. Okay.
And in '89, we were heading towards the painting or taking concert T-shirts and stitching it to the back of your denim jacket.
I actually had mine painted on. It was awesome. I still have that jacket in the back room somewhere. All right, 1 week at number one. Again, shocked this was only at number one for 1 week. Fine Young Cannibals, but she drives me crazy.
I enjoyed the song. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite Fine Young Cannibals song.
It's not mine either.
I prefer Suspicious Minds better.
Yep.
But this is a good introduction to the band.
Right. Actually, there's a song that they came out with before this. I don't remember. It was Won't You Please Come Home?
Yes.
Johnny. And I didn't like the song at the time. You go back and you listen to it.
It grows on you.
Huh? It does grow on you. The guitar on this, even Roland Gibbs' voice.
Well, he's got such a unique voice. It's like this falsetto that is like...
It's like a mouthful of marbles that's also falsetto.
Yeah.
And it's weird, because he was obviously the front man of this band. The guitar and the bass player were from the band English Beat. Mm-hmm. So I was used to seeing them doing that. And you see him in the video, though, they're just like so disinterested, like, it's just him. It's just him. Steve actually writes, anybody else remember Roland Gift for more than his role as Xavier St. Cloud on the Highlander TV series? More than
that's right.
Cannibals? No, just me? I nerd so hard it hurts.
No, now that he mentions it, because I love the Highlander TV show.
There was supposed to be only one.
I'm trying to remember which character that was.
Connor. It was Connor McLeod.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Colin was from the movie.
Yeah.
I do love this song, though.
It's a good song.
Yeah, no, it's a very good song.
But you're right, I'm surprised it was only 1 week.
Yep. All right, well, 3 weeks at number 101. We might be able to park on here.
Oh my God, this was so controversial when it came out.
Oh yeah. Not so much the song, but the video.
The video, yeah.
Steve writes, here's to you, Madonna. You can even make religion sexy. 3 weeks at number one, Like a Prayer.
Oh, just because she's almost dry humping a statue.
A statue of
Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Yeah.
Which comes
It's
to
Black
life.
Jesus.
He comes to life, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
What show were we doing this? Oh, this was Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes, that was the
I
song.
distinctly remember this being a dressing room proscenium circus song because all the Fabulous Gay Boys got the album.
Yep.
So we all listened to it a lot.
Yep.
Between Dan Blasey.
Oh my
and,
God.
Yep. Yeah, it was just, there's so many guys. It was like, oh, we're listening to Madonna again. Okay.
Okay.
But this song really did. This is another one that grows on you, but quicker, I think, than She Drives Me Crazy.
I like how it's just it's a start just like slow and very orchestral, and then it gets that downbeat going.
Right, and I think it does a good job incorporating the choir.
Yeah.
And every little piece of it, and then with everything else. Now, Catherine, you're going to talk about the album on side 2 of our podcast, but what do you have to say about Like a Prayer?
Yeah, it was definitely, the controversial video and all that kind of stuff. And you had mentioned, getting a choir in.
Yep.
Yep. Well, there's a big one.
Here's a big one, yep. It is interesting, though, because, like, in the video, the head of the choir is, like, literally pushing her down to, like, make her repent.
Yeah.
And then she lost the Pepsi ad. Maybe it's because of the burning crosses. I don't know.
A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B.
Yeah, exactly. Phrasing, Madonna, phrasing.
But yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is, this,
She was-
along with the album, just kind of establishes Madonna as the queen. Where it's like, I don't
Yeah.
care. She's like, I don't give a shit. I'm
Yeah.
going to make whatever I make it.
Yeah,
If you don't like it,
She was she was getting into her pushing the envelope,
yeah.
really embracing being that was going to be her thing.
Right.
Well, if you were
And
married to Sean
Penn.
Oh, that's right. They were Sean. Yeah, she was married to Sean Penn at the time, where they were flipping off the helicopters.
Right. This is honestly like the last album before Not Express Yourself, Ray of Light.
Right.
Like there was that gap where she had like lost all artistic credibility
Yeah.
because essentially she was trying to be an attention hound.
Yeah.
Starting with Vogue.
Yeah.
This album.
well, we're going to talk about an album
Yeah,
first
yeah.
next year that I like a lot.
Okay. So we'll save that for later then. Song by the English Beat, by the way. Save it for later. All right.
Shocking that Andy would know that.
Yeah.
Off the top of his head.
Yeah, right off the top of my head. I suck. All right.
I'm going to have to kick your ass.
1 week at number 1. These 5 words I'll say to you. When you breathe, I want to be the air for you.
Oh, for
Bon
God's sake.
Jovi's I'll Be There for You.
Yeah.
How many dudes do you think stole these lyrics and tried to use them as poetry that they wrote for themselves?
90%.
Probably.
Far too many.
Guys, second base isn't worth it.
You only say that because you've been there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're
Now,
in junior high, high school.
when I'm 15 years old,
Yeah, exactly.
it's everything.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're saying it's not worth it. That's from where you are now.
Right, exactly.
14-year-old you, ask him what he thinks.
Right, exactly. I don't know, man. Those denim skirts.
Not that I was ever like that. I was a perfect gentleman.
Yes, no, exactly. I was not.
Wow, Andy.
Oh. Spoiler alert, side 2, you guys are going to get a very interesting factoid about Andy. And if that doesn't make you want to listen to the next episode,
Hey, I can remember something one of your girlfriends said about you. We'll get to that later then.
please. Did she still talk about me?
Oh, I don't know her. I don't know her anymore, but there was a comment she made one time.
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we actually got some stuff.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives with
Okay.
Acton Boxborough.
All right. Oh, my God. All right. So, anyway, what is next on our list here? I've already lost
Forever
track.
Your Girl.
Oh, good Lord. 2 weeks at number 1, Forever Your Girl by Paula Abdul.
I like this song. This is like one of my guilty pleasure songs.
Out of the ones we're going to be talking about today, not one of my favorite.
It's just like
I'll admit, out of all the songs on that album, this is probably... I mean, I like the song. It's not my favorite on the album, but
Yeah.
it's not bad.
All right.
She was singing it to Emilio Estevez.
Of course she was.
no, she was singing it to me, damn it.
All
I
right.
didn't know Emilio. I'm sorry.
1 week at number 1, Michael Damian's Rock On. Yeah, no.
No, yeah, no, I didn't
No.
know that Michael Damian is.
I vaguely know. It's not a bad song. It's just,
I remember this song was kind of like the featured single on the Dream a Little Dream soundtrack,
yeah.
which was starred Meredith Salinger
Yeah.
and the Coreys. But more importantly, Meredith Salinger. Patton Oswalt did a bit about Michael Damian, about like some chick, like watching Michael Damian at the county fair, and then she gave him a blowjob behind the tilt-a-whirl. And I'm like, you know, it's kind of kismet that he ended up marrying Meredith Salinger.
Yeah.
They're so adorable on Twitter.
They are actually
Yep.
funny.
All right. If there's any song on this list that I am stymied for how little time it's spent at number one on this list,
Considering what a tearjerker it is for girls from that era.
1
Given
week.
how much it got played on the radio,
yeah.
1 week at number one,
Oh.
Bette Midler's Wind Beneath My Wings.
Talk about maudlin.
Yeah.
I've heard there's another version of the song that's not quite as painful, but boy,
Oh, yeah, it
I'm
would have to.
still. It got played like you'd hear it like every day on the radio, and I'm still sick of it.
Oh,
And I like beaches.
and you know,
I've never seen this movie.
You knew when some chick was going through some shit when she was listening to that song. It's like, oh god, no.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear a grunge version of this song.
By who? Disturbed?
Up and coming cover bands.
There you go. Steal our ideas and get
I'd
us
like
straight
to be
for them.
Weezer.
You know, you guys can all fuck off with Weezer. Okay?
I like Weezer.
I like Weezer too. I don't get all the hate.
There is no hate.
There
I
is
love
tons
Weezer.
of hate. Not with you. Not with you. I'm talking about in general. The public.
The public is stupid.
There you go. All right. 1 week at number one. I'll Be Loving You, parentheses, forever, end parentheses, by New Kids on the Block. Oh, the falsetto of this song. Yeah, Mike's laughing. Mike's laughing because he talked about Hanging Tough last year.
Hanging Tough.
I just brought it up because it was an important album, alright? I didn't
Right.
say it was a good album.
I did own this tape.
Everyone owns
On
it.
Everybody
purpose.
owned it.
Well,
I
everyone
didn't.
everyone over a certain age.
Yeah.
I was like 17. I wasn't gonna.
Actually, everyone
weren't.
under
You were
a certain
16.
age owned this one.
I think, this must have been the first. This might have been the year that our bus driver got a radio on the bus.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god! You guys had radios on your bus?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had a radio in the car, but then again, I was
Well-
driving then, so
Fuck you.
You're older than us.
yeah.
Our bus driver was, bus 10. She was.
I was bus 2.
Oh.
Yeah, my bus had a radio.
Yeah, I was on bus 10, and my bus.
But she listened to ZLX all the time.
Out of all the songs on this album, I'm not a big fan of this one.
Nor should you be. The falsetto on the song's ridiculous.
Yeah, no. I much prefer the one coming up later.
All right. Well, then we must speed up. Then 1 week at number one, "Satisfied" by Richard Marx.
Any song by Richard Marx, I will enjoy.
I won't give up until I'm satisfied.
Wow.
Oh, that's.
Talk about being a selfish lover.
All right,
Yeah, I
so
know.
that just got scary.
Till I'm raw, man. Till I'm raw.
It's all about me, man. It's all about me.
Till it hurts when I pee.
there are things you can use to prevent that.
I know. All right.
How do you know he's not eating a big, nice piece of cake?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He won't give up until he's satisfied, man.
How many people have eaten cake and been like, I am satisfied?
Right here. Right here.
Yes, all the sheep cake you want. All right. Oh, good Lord. I lost my trip. All right. 1 week at number one, "Baby Don't Lose My Number" by Milli Vanilli.
Oh, wait a second. Now,
CeeLo, by the way, I'm not going after Milli Vanilli. Some fruit hangs too low even for me.
wow, Steve.
This was one of the videos that came up, and I was so.
Well, no, my question is, how long did they survive after this came out before...
A year.
Really?
A
That
year.
long?
Oh, about a year and a half.
Yeah, they were around
a year,
for a
year and a
while
half.
before it came out that they were lip syncing.
It was late 90 when it was revealed that they had that
Right,
they were
because
lip-syncing.
it was around the Grammys, wasn't it? Like around the time of the
No,
Grammys.
it was after the Grammys. It was actually fairly late after the Grammys. I want to say it was like October, November
Wow.
of 90 when they got busted
They
for
lasted,
it.
they lasted that long.
Yeah.
they were around for longer than you remember. Like at the time, it felt like a long time. But
Yeah. It wasn't... I never... And this is as someone who, wasn't a pop music fan at the time, but I still never got this appeal. I never got... They weren't really all that good of songs.
No.
No,
mean-
I like the most. I think I can remember about Milli Vanilli is from I love the 80s,
Yep.
1989, and one of the talking heads said, like, I remember thinking, wow, Milli Vanilli sucks. And it turns out I didn't think Milli Vanilli sucks. I thought the actual singers sucked. They were just pretending to suck.
There was not too long after, within a few years after it was revealed that they were lip syncing the whole thing, they actually did a commercial making fun of that.
Right. Of course they did.
Which was hilarious. Like, there was a commercial for, I don't remember what product, like Coke or something. And there was a series of products of, this is fake, this is real.
Yeah.
And Milli Vanilli were in that commercial, and they kind of shrug, and I'm like, that's hilarious.
Their behind the music is one of the saddest fucking things I've ever
It
seen
is
in my life.
so
because
depressing.
it was aired after Rob Pilatus killed himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Fab Morvan, the other guy, I mean, it was sad. First of all, it was sad because Fab and Rob, really kind of was like, he took responsibility.
Right.
Everything is like, listen, this was not what we wanted. We thought we were going to be singing our own songs, but it didn't happen that way, and I feel terrible. We wanted to put out an album of our own, and no one would hear about it. Rob, on the other hand, was like, man, we were the biggest stars in the world. Like, oh, stop it. No, stop it. Stop it. All right. So, 1 week at number 1, back to FYC. Good thing.
It's a good thing. It is a good song. Too.
I love this. This is a fun car song.
I don't know it.
Good thing. Where have you gone?
No.
Good thing.
Does not help.
Really?
Wow.
Wow. You don't remember it?
No, I remember She Drives Me Crazy, but that's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
man.
You know why? It's because of an album we're going to talk about later.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't write how many weeks this was at number 1. I'm assuming 1 week, because fuck Simply Red. If you don't know me by now...
Do you want to explore these feelings, Andy?
Oh my god. Between Simply Red and UB40, they're like the two uncoolest British bands in history.
I will never know.
No, you won't! It's just like... it's like Ginger Soul.
Yeah.
It's not... Oh, God. It's like you've got this fantastic backing band and you just... Yep. Just... Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I hear.
Wow, that is uncanny, Catherine.
It's like we're
No, you
actually
won't.
at the concert.
That is uncanny.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, good night.
Yeah. All right.
Waitress.
Go forth and be nerdful. We'll talk to you later. All right. So 2 weeks at number 1. I honestly seem to remember this song coming out later than this, but whatever. 2 weeks at number 1, Martika with Toy Soldier.
Wait a second, this came out in 89?
Yes.
I thought it came out like 85, 86.
I seem to remember this being like a 90-91 song. So
I might
you-
still have this single tape.
Oh my. The single?
The
You
single.
got the cassette?
Like a single?
The single cassette, yeah.
I owned so many singles back then.
I did too.
It's a good song.
No, I like this song.
I like
I'm
the
just-
song. I heard it at camp, and I bought a copy because I liked it.
Yeah. Oh, God. I don't remember much about this song, only that one of Jim's friends really loved Martika. I think she was a member of Kids Incorporated. Remember them?
Wow.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember them.
Yeah, exactly. Her and Fergie. All right, moving on. 1 week at number 1.
Yeah.
Possibly the most ridiculous thing Prince ever did.
Oh,
Batdance.
God. I made my husband watch this video, and he's like, what the?
What am I watching? What is going... What?
Why is there? Why did Prince become Two-Face? I don't understand what's going on.
He's Two-Faced Joker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's he's half Batman, half Joker, so he's Two-Face in addition to being half Batman, half Joker. It's
Right, exactly.
weird.
And Two-Face isn't even in this movie. It's just
Yeah,
Black
right.
Harvey Dent.
Right.
Yeah, this was one. This song, if you take this completely out of context, just honestly sounds like a lazy cash grab.
Yeah.
Because I think it was.
Yeah, guess what?
Oh, God. You know, it's weird. Like, he's trying to talk to the characters using their dialogue.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I like, Batman.
Oh, God,
It is really weird.
And
It's a good thing pot's legal now in Massachusetts.
Exactly.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. And this song is, like, super schizophrenic, too. Like, it actually takes bits and pieces from other songs on the Batman soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which, great article I found online once about what if the soundtrack to Prince's Batman was the actual story for the 1989 Tim Burton Batman movie.
It'd be a hell of a story.
Holy bat shit, Batman.
Yeah. Holy guano, Batman.
And then Batman and Joker sit down and have pancakes.
Okay, 3 weeks at number 1. Richard Marx, Right Here Waiting.
Again, you can... Richard Marx are fantastic songs. All of them.
Again, somebody dry humped to this song hard.
They did.
Yep.
In somebody's basement.
Yep.
I didn't have a basement, so I can't say.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I
Okay.
love this song so much.
Okay, number 1 week. Cold Hearted by Paula Abdul.
I remember watching some people at the senior talent show.
My senior talent show.
Your senior
Yes,
talent show.
I remember now.
Yes, I remember. I remember. Some girls did it. What we're saying is some girls did a choreographed dance to this one.
Yep.
And it was also when Andy was working his guitar and singing period.
Yeah, exactly.
Guitar guy at the party.
And this was before Wonderwall.
I took it. Hey, I'll have you know, I took a unicycle to the fucking groin at dress rehearsal. That stupid show.
That explains a lot, actually.
I'm going to wait for Joe to calm down while I tell the story.
I think we should put in information here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Joe's turned purple, by the way. He's the same color as his jacket.
Oh.
All right,
What's
so
more? It's Maroon 5.
that was oh Jesus.
Stop.
Too soon. So I am sitting on the auditorium floor, right in front of the stage. I'm tuning my guitar, and I'm waiting for my turn to go up and just do my dress rehearsal. Just go on, play the song, done. That's also when they were doing, the photographer came in to take pictures of all the acts. Someone was doing a thing with a unicycle. The photographer took a picture of him using flash photography. He got blinded, went right off the stage. The rider didn't get off the stage. The rider managed to just kind of walk off, but that left the unicycle coming straight towards Jules. And the sad thing was, the only thing that entered my mind was, save the guitar.
That's just expensive.
Yeah. It was a hand-me-down, but still. Alright. Before we kill Joe, which is kind of a common practice here. Alright. 1 week at number 1. New Kids on the Block.
They were so not black. They were
white.
No.
White
White.
Now, guys,
White.
you might say that they were rough. Hanging tough.
No.
None of them were hanging tough.
No, they were not.
It's not a bad song, though.
The gym whistles might disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right.
Out of all of their songs, though, this one's not bad.
It's good if you're sitting in the car just going, oh.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're alone in your car, this is a song you can like kind of jam out to a
When
little
you're
bit.
hanging alone in your car and shame.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so many better songs to jam out to in your car.
Okay.
But if it comes on.
All right. 1 week at number 1, Gloria Estefan with Don't Want to Lose You. Which
Really?
it may as well just be a Miami Sound Machine song, because at this point, it didn't really matter anymore. 2 weeks at number 1, Milli Vanilli, Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You. Exactly.
I know 2 of their songs, and this is not one of them.
Yeah. All right, 4 weeks at number 1. It took till almost the end of the year to get a month of number 1s. Janet Jackson with Miss You Much from Rhythm Nation. What's the 1818?
Oh, God.
I think it actually is 1818 because J is the 18th letter of the alphabet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a. I mean, it's not my favorite Janet Jackson song, but it's not bad.
Yeah,
all right.
it's good.
It's good.
This is the album.
It's fun.
Yeah, this song doesn't help matters that she actually really cultivated a really interesting image with this album, which we will talk about.
Yeah.
But this song is still like she's still Willis's girlfriend from Different Strokes.
Which took him a loose.
All right, number 1 week. Listen to Your Heart by Roxette.
I like this song.
Yeah.
I do too.
This is my second favorite Roxette song.
Okay, besides the one that we'll talk about next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope we're talking about the same song.
Pretty Woman.
Not Dangerous.
Okay, no, then we're not talking about the same song.
Okay.
Yeah, not. I mean, this is honestly, it's a better song because I think it's a good ballad.
Yeah.
It really stretches her, the woman singing,
Yeah.
because the dude didn't really need to sing all that much,
Oh,
and when they did,
he never really had to sing too much in any of the songs. Really.
No.
It was all her.
all right. Number 1 for 2 weeks from one of the 80s last super bands.
This is like the swan song for hair metal. For hair metal power ballad.
Yeah. All right. So the band is Bad English, fronted by John Waite from Missing You fame, and Neil Schon from Journey. I always confuse them with Damn Yankees.
Yeah,
which
Yeah,
was
that's fair.
Tommy Shaw.
Yep.
And was it Tommy Shaw, Rick Blades from Night Ranger, and some piece of shit draft dodging guy who shit himself during the Vietnam War. Wait.
Oh, Ted
I'm getting
Nugent.
word from the office. Yeah, it's Ted Nugent.
Song.
I love this song.
Yeah, this is a really good song.
This is on my special romancy mix playlist on Spotify for me and my husband.
Oh.
Because he likes when he makes me smile.
Oh, that's nice. I was deeply cynical at this point.
Andy.
Yeah,
when did you get out of that?
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Fuck off.
yeah. I'm gonna say like this is a song of mine. Currently, a song I love now.
Nice.
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how I would have thought about it in my quasi goth 80s.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember what songs I loved.
Yeah, whatever, prom queens. Fuck off. All right, 2 weeks at number 1. Blame It on the Rain.
The song that killed them.
Yeah.
Huh?
The song that killed them.
Is this the one?
This
Yeah.
This was the one.
Oh, wow.
Blame it on the, blame it on the, blame it
Oh,
on the,
yes.
blame it on
Oh, that's right. This was the MTV, Club MTV tour, I think.
the other big live stage,
Yep.
and the record player just started skipping.
Before MP3s.
Wait, and I guess like with one of them, what they were doing was the mics were kind of turned down instead of off.
Yeah.
So they were mouthing words, but in between, like, they didn't think anyone was going to hear them, and they were saying some nasty-ass shit.
Oh, no.
All right. 2 weeks at number 1. All right, now this one, you still can't escape to this day.
Nope.
Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire.
I have this single also.
I had this single as well.
And not only that, but a friend of mine, our history teacher, gave her all of the lyrics. And they, because they gave the class the lyrics, and their assignment was to learn, get blurbs on every single thing.
Well, it was also kind of the challenge of learning what the lyrics were and being able to sing them.
Yep.
And put them into historical relevance.
Fortunately, I had a friend of mine that got handed the lyrics by her teacher.
There you go.
Because it was before, lyrics, you couldn't just Google them.
No, but sometimes you had the lyrics on.
Do you remember that with the cassettes? You used to have the fold-out lyric thing, and the liner notes were that thick.
Yep.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, the Madonna ones. Yeah. Well, I didn't have a CD player back then. I still had cassettes.
Yeah, I had cassettes too, but
Yeah, I didn't get a CD player until 91.
Yeah, I got one in 93, so I was still rocking cassettes for a very long time.
Late 90.
Yeah, this song is really just this is the last swan song of our parents' generation ran everything. So...
Yeah.
Because this is the last, hey, we're the 50s great. Alright. Finally, last song of the decade. 2 weeks at number 1, Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins.
Another, these two songs going together, and they're both very depressing,
very cynical,
social commentary songs.
I don't really remember having any opinion about this song until my junior year of college. I used to work at a club parking cars on Saturday nights. So Sunday I would essentially sleep till 2 in the afternoon.
Right.
One of my suite mates was woke me up at 9 in the morning because he thought he was the only one in the suite, and he's just wailing on this song. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm going to murder you. It will be considered a hate crime. Right now, I'm going to kill you. Other than that, really no other opinion about this song.
Actually, going back to We Didn't Start the Fire, is that the one with Leonard Bernstein?
No, that's It's the End of the World as We Know It.
Okay.
A better patter song, so...
Yeah, I just... Those two kind of blend together.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Alright, now Mike, you said we had some Facebook feedback that I totally missed. Okay.
Yes. There it is. Oh, jeez. I had it and then it just went away on me. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, well, why don't we talk about some of our notable singles while Mike picks this up?
Okay.
And these are just songs that didn't chart up as high as number 1, but notable to ourselves. So I'll get started with one that I just listened to again yesterday, and I just forgot how much I love the song. It's Nana Cherry's Buffalo Stance. Do you remember this one?
I do. This is actually a good song.
This is a really good song, because this is
song.
my first introduction to Euro house music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. I don't remember liking the song initially because, again, fuck you, world. But when I went back and listened to it, like, just the backing tracks are really cool. Like, the Casio keyboard that sounds like an old video game sounds really awesome. I just really enjoyed this song. So that's really all I have to say about it. It's just, this was a notable single, not one of my albums. Yes, Mike.
I got it.
All right, found it.
All right, so this is actually both from Jonna and her best friend, Christina. Christina wrote, my favorite year in high school, great times, Scale Song of the Year, Milli Vanilli, Girl You Know It's True. They didn't sing.
Ooh, 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 I love you.
Great year for music. The song that stuck out for me as group was huge during that time was Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle.
That's 87.
Previously mentioned.
Yep.
Then Jonna posted, I still enjoy Cher's If I Could Turn Back Time.
88.
Richard Marx's Right Here Waiting. 89.
Yep, okay.
Don Henley's The End of Innocence.
Oh, God.
Madonna's Cherish and Like a Prayer. The inclusion of a gospel choir sound really makes that for me. Bette Midler's Wind Beneath My Wings was released and promptly became the schmaltz, and that was most overplayed everywhere.
Yep.
Oh, and of course, The Little Mermaid was released late that year, kicking off Disney's renaissance, and the Macon Ashman soundtrack really set the standard for Disney animated films as legit musicals.
Oh, awesome.
Well, 89 was such a weird year, such a transitional year for
right.
music. I mean, we're talking about the tail end of heavy metal, hair metal. We're pre-grunge.
Yep.
Hip-hop was starting to make a real impact in the music scene.
Yep.
It's just so... It's kind of hard to categorize.
Yeah, it was becoming more hip-hop was becoming more mainstream.
Right.
And Christina came back with Living on a Prayer, which I'm assuming she means Like a Prayer, by Madonna.
I would hope so.
And The Living Years by Mike and Mechanics.
Oh, jeez. Steve also had a few singles he wanted to mention. As much as I love Youth Gone Wild, I can't help but wonder if Skid Row appreciate the irony of their definitely corporate marketing team's vision of rebellion. Wait, weren't had an album before and after Cherry Pie? This has to be Wikipedia trolling. And I can't be the only one who was all surprised when my acoustic guitar purchase came with a contractual obligation to learn Closer to Fine. Also, the lyrics to Closer to Fine sound exactly like they were written by the navel-gazing asshole I was in college as. And this is why I'm being a total lesbro. I think that might be about it before we... Oh, wait, no, yep. That's about it for now. Anybody else have a single they want to talk about?
Oh, we got singles.
We got quite a few singles. Mike, you don't. Yeah, Joe sat this one out.
I wasn't a singles guy. I was more an album.
Yeah, I know. I was too. But there are certain songs I wanted to talk about that aren't going to appear in either side. Mike?
Yeah, Liberian Girl by Michael Jackson.
I do not know
I
this
don't
song.
remember. I do not remember this song.
Remembering this at all.
You came and you changed my world. A love so brand new, Liberian girl. You came and you changed me, girl. A feeling so true, Liberian girl. You know that you came and you changed my world, just like in the movies. Two lovers in a scene, and she says, "Do you love me?" And he says, "So will it's me." I love you, Liberian girl.
This is obviously from Bad.
Yes. But it's more of a gentle song. It's not like really high hip hop.
So wait a second, a Michael Jackson song that did not chart at number one?
Yeah.
I know it's strange to think.
Was it a single or was it a deep cut off the album?
I think it was a single. Well, he made a music video for it.
Okay.
Now, what year did Bad come out?
Legit.
Legit came out in 87.
Oh, okay, so it was still...
It was still, yeah, I mean...
Well, it was like, you know what, it's like Hysteria.
Right, I was going to say,
it was
Rocket.
Still, yeah.
Rocket charted in 89.
In 89, that's right, yes.
I mean, the big thing about this song, though, is about the music video and the amount of stars that he got into this music video. Well,
Michael fucking Jackson. It's not like he had to beg people.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, this is a massive list. Hold on, let me pull this up here.
Oh, dear.
Beverly Johnson, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Sherman Helmsley, Brigitte Nielsen, Paul Abdul, Carl Weathers, Whoopi Goldberg, Quincy Jones, Jackie Collins, Amy Irving, Jasmine Guy, Roseanne Arquette, Lou Diamond Phillips, Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta,
How is this not a bigger song?
Diane Carroll, Vic Damone, Corey Feldman, Steven Spielberg,
Vic Damone,
Debbie
Jesus
Gibson,
Christ.
Rick Schroeder, Blair Underwood, William Yankovic, Bubbles, Suzanne Summers, Lou Ferrigno, Don King and Son, Mayim Biala,
Don Prince.
Virginia Madsen, David Copperfield, Billy D. Williams, Richard and Emily Dreyfuss, Danny Glover, Olivia Hussey, Dan Aykroyd, and Steve Gutenberg.
Why don't you just stop at Sherman Helmsley? I mean, you got George Jefferson. That's all you needed. All right. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm shocked it didn't chart higher.
It's a good song. If you get the chance, look up the video. It's
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying. I can't even think of the song. I can't
Right. All right. Catherine.
I've seen it,
All
but
right.
you hate
I was going to go with I Want It All by Queen.
Great song.
I love this
This
song.
is
Great song.
This is a great song.
With no time for doubt, with the pain and anger, can't see a way out. It ain't much I'm asking. I heard him say, gotta find me a future, move out of my way. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
Yeah, this is from the game, right?
Miracle, I think.
Miracle, okay. This is a great song, and honestly, this is their swan song.
The show must go on.
Show Must Go On is their swan song, right. But, oh my god, this song, you
This
just
is
hear
so-
it,
this-
and
yeah.
you can't help but get pumped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was giving the kids a primer on Queen before Autumn took Scarlett to go see We Will Rock You, the Queen musical.
Yeah.
And I'm driving, and she's sitting in the back seat, like, I want it all, and I want it, and I would, like, turn around and, like, give that hard point, now!
And then she's like, keep your eyes on the road, Daddy.
Don't tell me what to do, child. I love this song, and I've seen Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's like, oh, they kind of stopped before they did this song.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a Live Aid, yeah.
Yeah,
Stopped at Live Aid, which, by the way,
He has thoughts.
I have
this.
issues
You have
about
opinion.
the way they film Live Aid.
You have opinions?
Don't use the original live track of
I know,
Freddie
right?
Mercury singing, and then do close-ups of Rami Malek trying to mouth it in front of what is supposed to be a concert audience.
Right.
It doesn't look right or real.
Yeah, I just...
Quick edits, long shots, and back shots. That's all you needed to do. Cut to the band, go back to those.
Yeah. I promptly went home and watched the full Live Aid performance on high definition on YouTube.
Which is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
See, I prefer Live at Wembley over Live Aid.
Well, of course you do.
No. It's Live Aid was that was their defining moment. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about I want it all. All right.
I want it now.
Now! All right. Next up on mine is XTC's The Mayor of Simpleton.
I can't have been there when brains were handed round. Please be abstaining from the mayor of Simpleton, or get past the cover of your books profound. Please be abstaining from the mayor of Simpleton. Some of your friends think it's really unsound that you're even seen talking to me. Well, I don't know how to write a big hit song and no crossword puzzles, but I just should. And I may be the mayor of Simpleton, but I know one thing, and that's I love you.
I like this
I
song.
love
is
this.
such-
I
it's-
listened to this again yesterday, and I'm like, for a band that was so, like, political, and, like,
But this is but it's such like a poppy kind of.
it's a poppy love song.
Yes.
And it's like, it makes sense because it's very articulate and intellectual for a love song.
yes.
You know? If you
It's got it's got this like sweetness to it that it's just like
it's Beatle-based pop, so it's just, you know, it's very light. This entire album, Oranges and Lemons, is just, it's very much a Sgt. Pepper style album. But yeah, it's a sweet. It really is a sweet song. It doesn't sound like most alternative songs at the time.
Doesn't sound like Andy type songs.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of the songs on your list.
Okay, well, you'll be hearing about them soon. All right,
Yeah, probably.
Mike, what do you get next?
Love Shack by the B-52s.
I paid my DJ not to play this, and they did it anyway, the bastard.
Love Shack. It's the
I just heard this in the grocery store this week.
If ever there was a B-52 song to say, okay, you know everything you know about the B-52s leading up to this point? Fucking forget all of it.
This is the song that will make you hate the B-52s because they got such heavy rotation on
I
MTV.
disagree.
I wanted to hang myself after this. This is...
On FNX played this song so goddamn much.
Right. And the thing is, Cosmic Thing is not a half terrible album. There's some very good songs.
No.
Rome is a good song.
No, you're right, yeah. But this is their most kind of commercial song.
Right.
And just got so much airplay. You're like,
It's like Shiny Happy People for R.E.M.
Yeah.
Like, R.E.M. fans hate that fucking song. I hate that song. I do not like that song at all. I was a B-52 song fan, with Rock Lobster, Party Out of Bounds, all that stuff. Like the surf rock, like the Atlanta surf rock. Then this came out.
Yep.
Because your tin roof. Rusted.
I know.
But there's a...
Your what?
There was
Gay?
There was a house on 117 that had a sign up that said the Love Shack in front of it for about a year.
Oh, God, I remember.
You remember that house?
I remember. Oh, my God.
That white, rickety house just over the line in Sudbury.
Was there free candy in there?
It might as well been.
Maybe. I don't know. You drove past it on the way to Nine Acre Corner.
You just kind of groan. You're like,
boo.
Yeah.
Well, I just sat there going, I wonder if that's the house that the song is written about. Because I was a dope.
I do love this song, though.
All right, Catherine, what's up on yours?
All right. Next, I don't know if we're going to talk about this more later.
We're not. This is not on my album.
Okay, Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode.
Not a bad song.
Not a bad song.
I thought it was Personal Jesus.
By the telephone, lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. Take second best, put me to the test. Things on the chest, you need to confess. I want to live in your door and forgive her. Reach out, touch faith.
Can be. Depends on what country you're singing it in.
there.
The drum. Just the drum chorus of this song. I love that. This is one, though, it took me a little while to get used to because most of my experience with Depeche Mode was all synth.
Okay.
And this is very much, this is, like I said, it's
a
drum and a guitar.
And the video for this is, woo!
Yeah.
It is out there.
Violator's an interesting album. This isn't even the best song on the album.
Yeah, but this is the one that Marilyn Manson covered.
That's true. I still think Enjoy the Silence is a better song because it covers well.
Yeah.
There are so many new metal bands that have done it. We talked about this over the summer.
Yeah.
That Lakuta Coil does a great cover of this song.
Yep.
But, yeah, Personal Jesus is just... It's just great because it was also this was their breakout. This was like their big breakout.
Right. Well,
So.
the goth scene was getting ramped up too, in addition to the grunge scene.
Right. And these guys were like comfortably in the middle. They're just going to be an alt band.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it worked for them. They managed to squeak in there with REM and a couple of other bands. Like, okay, we're here. Okay. Next up on mine, Soul Asylum, Sometime to Return. Which is one of those songs that I've never listened to this whole album. I got this on like an 80s alt compilation,
Okay.
and I really loved it. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's
Shocking.
Yeah, I know. Well, considering that, like,
I'm shocked and chagrined.
because their big hit album was the one with Runaway Train,
Yes.
which is a fucking lousy song. But they had Somebody Shove on their next album, which is a good song. So when these guys are like the Goo Goo Dolls. Like, their hardcore stuff, like, their hard stuff is awesome, and their wimpy shit is wimpy shit.
The wimpy shit's the stuff that makes them famous.
Exactly. Mike?
Yep. On Our Own by Bobby B.
Ooh,
Bobby B!
From Ghostbusters 2!
Yes!
About you and you and me, you wanna keep winning. If you want something better, you gotta wanna keep your all. 'Cause I believe so much in we, and no, we're not kidding. If you feel the same as me, you gotta wanna take the ball. Gotta find out that nothing is given. Don't know where the cards may fall. All I know is that we gotta get it. We gotta make it on our own. Well, I guess we're gonna have to take control. If it's up to us, we got to take it home.
Hey, it's no Ghostbusters.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
It's
We're
not
the
even so-
Ghostbusters and they can't be controlled. I
It's no Ghostbusters song, but it's not a bad song.
Yeah.
I mean, it like the movie itself. It's no Ghostbusters, but it's still kind of fun.
Exactly. Oh boy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you incels, you won.
And the music video might have a future president in it.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Oh, fuck off.
I don't know how they got Obama in there, but fuck off. Alright. Katherine.
Let's go with Poison by Alice Cooper.
Ooh.
I love this song.
Your cruel device, your blood like ice. One look could kill my pain. Your thrill. I wanna love you, but I better not touch. I wanna hold you, but my senses tell me to stop. I wanna kiss you, but I want it too much. I wanna taste you, but your lips are venomous. Poison, your poison running through my veins. Your poison. I don't wanna break these chains.
This is a
Alice,
good song.
at this
It's actually
point in
a good
Alice
song.
Cooper's career, it was like so hit or miss that the hits just shine.
Yeah.
They just shine so much. This is a fun one, and this is also he was trying to get into. Was this from a movie?
I don't
Like one of those
remember.
shitty late '80s
I don't know.
horror movies?
There was a video that I was watching on that,
All right.
that list I saw.
I don't remember if it was. He did a song for a movie that came out around this time. You know, like those super disposable '80s
Yeah,
slasher flicks.
like Phantasm or something.
No, it wasn't Phantasm. It was maybe it was Shocker or something. Like, yeah, Mike's looking it up.
Yeah, I got it here.
I think he had done a movie called Trigger.
It's released as a worldwide single in late 1989 from Cooper's 18th album.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I don't see. It was used. A modified version of the song was used, featured in a February 2011 television ad campaign for the Volkswagen Passat.
Well, that's a ringing endorsement.
No shit, really.
yeah. So, it's also downloadable content for Rock Band.
Okay. All right.
Moving on.
Oh no, good song.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's
All right.
it might be my favorite Alice Cooper song.
That's not a bad choice.
No.
Especially for that era when he was hit or miss.
You
Yeah.
never know what you're going to get with Alice Cooper at the
All
time.
right, last song on my singles list here is "Sowing the Seed of Love" by Tears for Fears.
This is my favorite Tears for Fears song.
Is it?
It is.
Because I adored Songs from the Big Chair.
I love this
And
song.
this album, I ran out day one and I bought this album, and this is the only song I really liked out of it.
No, this is my favorite Tears. Because, I mean,
It's very Beatlesy. Oh,
It
it's
is,
so
but it's-
Sgt. Peppery.
But one thing is, I'm not into that genre of music in the same way you are. So for
Right.
me, this is like the most digestible of the Tears for Fears songs. But no, but I actually enjoy it as
Right.
as a song. I really like it. I mean, I sing along with it and everything else when it comes on. So
And it's one of those songs too. You know that they have an army of producers working on this
Right.
thing. It just is for Tears for Fears. It's a super overproduced song. It's very, very polished. So, all right, Mike,
Yes.
you got one more on your list?
Yep. The Best by Tina Turner.
No.
You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead.
Which showed up on so many car commercials.
I was gonna
say, yeah.
And I think HBO used it for a while for
Yep.
their thing, their channel
When
lineup.
you go for the just straight Tina Turner version, It's hard to go wrong with Tina Turner.
No, it's a very good song,
Yeah.
and honestly, it's like this is her last big. Like I don't count the song from What's Love Got to Do with It, the movie.
Right.
I Don't Want to Cry No More.
Yeah.
This is truly her swan song for like big hits.
Yeah,
And
really,
honestly,
Yeah.
it's the crowning achievement.
because really after this, she really kind of, I don't want to say disappeared.
She could have just gone. I mean, honestly, she's probably touring on a best of. You
Right.
know, she could just do
She
the
doesn't,
catalog
yeah, she
tour.
doesn't need to.
No, she
Yeah.
doesn't need to.
She's got a lot of great songs, and this was one of her.
She also didn't owe Ike any money, so come on, SMA. All right, Catherine, what do you got?
All right, this is a little bit different. This is Black Velvet by Alana Miles.
Mississippi, in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola up high. Mama's dancing with baby on her shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. The boy could sing knew how to move. Everything, always wanting more. He leave you longing for black velvet and that little boy smile. Black velvet with that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please.
This has got a killer bass line.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember from the song. And this was one of those ones you
don't
couldn't
rem-
escape in. I remember this being a big hit in '90.
Okay.
I don't remember.
But it was
Yeah,
like.
yeah, it came out in December, so.
Oh, yeah, okay, yep, I know.
And she was dating Robert Plant at the time.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
And you got one more.
Yeah, well, I thought we were supposed to get 5, so I was
All
going
right,
around.
yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I also had Downtown Train by Rod Stewart,
Okay.
which is it's notable. It's not necessarily one of my favorites, but
Right.
I won't turn it off when it comes on the radio.
I know your window, and I know it's too late. I know your stairs and your doorway. I'll walk down your street and past your gate. I stand by the light of the four-way. Watch them as they fall. Oh, baby, they are having heart attacks. They stare at the carnival, but they'll never win you back. Will I see you tonight on a downtown train? Every night is just the same. You leave me lonely. Will I see you tonight on a downtown train? All my dreams fall like rain on a downtown train.
Again, this is one of those
It's the I won't
Rod
pick it up.
Stewart things that is eventually just that led him to the Great American Songbook.
Well, you know what,
The less said about that, the better.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, and I'll mention this when I talk about my albums, but it's like this was like Rod Stewart trying to hang on to like the classic rock renaissance of the '89.
Right.
Yeah. Because after this, it's this and Forever Young.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. How many girls dance with their dads at their wedding to
Oh, God.
fucking Forever Young? We were not one of them.
Speaking of which, I'm stealing one of Catherine's honorable mentions.
Go for
Okay.
it. That's
Angel Eyes by Jeff Healey Band.
Oh, God.
A
Again.
prom staple.
Prom staple, rub your groins together, kids, because you're really not going to get any, but you might as well ruin that rent at
Yep.
Tux.
Because I went to the 1990 prom, and this was played.
Who did you go with?
Dawn
Okay.
Plant.
All right.
I kept my hands off her.
No, good. I don't even remember who she is, but...
Not by
she
choice.
was in my class.
She was in-
Oh!
That's
okay.
why she's one of my Facebook friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can imagine this being like... This is kind of like this is a good, like, make-out song.
No.
A gentleman doesn't tell, and yes.
And I'm no gentleman.
Catherine, you got one more song on here? You just want to kick it real quick before we sign off on part one?
The one more single was 18 in Life by Skid Row.
God. 18 in Life. I was telling Joe before you guys showed up, I was confused as to who was dead and who was alive. Sebastian Bach, alive. Janie Lane from Warren, dead. I was having trouble remembering who was who.
Gotcha. No, this is just one of those songs I heard it on some radio station or playlist, and I went, this belongs on my classic rock playlist, because my classic rock playlist is mostly supernatural themed.
Right.
You know, if I can imagine Dean and Sam driving to this song, it goes on the list.
Okay. So, yeah, that does it for our singles of 1989, and as tradition dictates, we will be flipping over to side B, which is the album side, next week. So feel free in that week's period to download all of our episodes. You can get those at geeksalad.podbean.com, on the Podbean app, the Stitcher app, the Slacker app. Oh, sorry, not Slacker app, the Spotify app. Hulu Music,
Yes.
And you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube, where we do exclusive content every week. Currently, we are still in the midst of our road to the Academy Awards,
Yep.
where we've done several retro reviews, and we're also going to be recapping a few other Oscar tidbits before the award ceremony. We also have a conversation with us and Katherine about Muppet movie songs.
Yep.
Our favorite Muppet movie songs. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at Geek Salad Radio on Twitter. And you can follow us on Facebook at Geek Salad Podcast. So until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
I'm Joe.
I'm Katherine.
Go forth and be nerdful. We'll talk to you soon.
And where is the Batman?